Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, December 15th, 2022. Let's find out what is going on. Today is very busy day. Yesterday's interest rate decision by Fed, hike to 4.5. Today's we got employment change in Australia, beats the expectations of 19k with 64k, better than the previous reading. Industrial production in China goes down to 2.2%, worse than forecast of 3.6%, worse than last number of 5%. 9:30, first interest rate decision today. Swiss National Bank will make a decision about the rates. Everyone expects that the S&P will hike from 0.5% to 1%. Of course, monetary policy assessment will be released and the press conference is due at 10 a.m. Bank of England in this interest rate decision is expected at 1 p.m. and the market participants expect the Bank of England to hike from 3% to 3.50. Together with the interest rate decision, there will be a release of MPC meeting minutes and that's it. Okay, there's no press conference. At 11 o'clock, European Leaders Summit starts, and we have, of course, ECB, European Central Bank interest rate decision scheduled for release. 2:15, the market participants expect the ECB will hike from 2% to 2.50. Together with this interest rate decision, the ECB will release deposit facility rate that's supposed to hike from 1.5 to 2%, marginal lending facility, and of course there will be ECB monetary policy statement. The press conference starts at 2:45, and then at 4:15, ECB President Lagarde will give a speech. Oh boy, plenty of interesting data here, and we didn't even touch the US. Core retail sales, Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index, retail sales, and initial jobless claims. All of that very important data are scheduled for release at 2:30. Do we have something else? CPI from the Israel will be released at 5:30. So guys, traders, investors, very busy day. Might get violate, might get volatility might increase, liquidity might be might decrease. So please stay focused, stay vigilant, because it looks like this kind of event, this kind of a day like we have today, is only once or twice a year. So please stay focused, stay vigilant. We will definitely take a look at the euro dollar, British pound, and the Swiss franc. So let's start with our chart of euro dollar. Euro dollar, this is 4-hour chart, of course. What kind of levels do we have here? Well, the level of the high, the local high made 12 hours ago, apparently yesterday, 1.0696. So far, the highest high made by the bulls. Of course, there is some kind of a local technical support located at this low, somewhere at 1.0611, but there is much more important and stronger technical support located at 1.0595. So the market still trades above the 100 periods moving averages. This is 4-hour chart, so it's, of course, it's not daily moving average, it's 4-hour chart moving average, and the momentum is very strong. Now it's just poising to the downside. Nevertheless, the volatility might be, lower, because everyone is waiting at the ECB decision. So the situation right now might be very calm. Nevertheless, please don't forget that if the interest rate decision is released on time, and it's, for example, bigger than the market expects, so the ECB will hike more than what was the level? That was 2.5. Am I correct? 2.5. There you go. If the ECB will hike more than the level of 2.5, the market will spike high like no tomorrow, because it will mean, basically, paradoxically and basically, it will mean that it's better to buy euro now before they will catch up to the Fed. So the euro will be considered still cheap, especially after last very big down move towards 9,550 pips. So you remember that we were below the parity. So keep an eye on the current market behavior when the data is released. Okay, this is the most important thing for the traders for today. Of course, the levels are on the chart for the euro dollar. The same situation is with the data from the US for today. We might have some very, very interesting behavior when they are released. Okay, so that's my point of view on the euro dollar. Now let's take a look at the British pound. The British pound, of course, is going up. There's nothing changed here. As I said, there is no indication of a downtrend. Nevertheless, let's take a look at this last movement to the upside. You can see that the local high was made, right? We have this short-term trend line. So please keep watching this trend line because any violation of this trend line might lead to spike to the downside. Of course, the situation here is similar as the situation on the euro dollar. If Bank of England will hike more than there was a 3.5%, I guess, yes, to 3.5%, pound will spike up like no tomorrow. The same story. The local technical support 1.2343, and the British pound should stay in this narrow zone for most part of the day. Nevertheless, if we look at the technical side of this chart, we can see that the market keeps moving. Let me see, arrow. Market keeps moving the higher highs. Yeah, it's not unnatural. It's moving up. Okay, so that's fine. Nevertheless, please notice that the RSI is doing lower highs. Okay. So all of this movement to the upside was made on the lower momentum. So market might be trading, but as we know, we just retraced 38% of the last big wave down on cable. So this is not that straightforward that the market is still inside of the still doing the uptrend. The reversal was done, and we are doing the upside, the uptrend. It still looks like the upward correction during the down move. So that's the US dollar to the that's the British pound to the US dollar. Let's find out what is doing the US dollar to the Swiss franc. Swiss National Bank interest rate decision. If we take a look here, we can even switch to daily, so we have a better perspective. And please take a look here. We are going down like no tomorrow on US dollar to the Swiss franc. To be honest, I can see only few levels here that might act as a technical support for this market. So the first one is here. So this is 9,194. The second one is somewhere around here, so that would be 9,191, and the third technical support might be seen here, 9,091. So those are the supports for the market. Yeah, this is for the bulls, and as you can see, we are below the 100 days moving average, and the local technical resistance might be found here around the level of 9,370. We are still moving below the local trend line. Let me just take the magnet off, and we are still moving below the local trend line. Even if we do some kind of a skewed trend line, we are still below it. One thing worth noticing here, because we're talking about the divergences on a daily time frame chart, market made lower low. Nonetheless, the RSI hasn't done new low. This low is slightly higher than the previous one. So it looks like we have a bullish or positive divergence on the US dollar to the Swiss franc as well. Daily time frame chart, liquidity might be not that great, and if we just one more line here for you guys, it might be a kind of a falling wedge. Look at this, kind of a falling wedge forming here. Let me just change the color for this to black. This is the upper falling wedge, this is the lower falling wedge area, something like that. Maybe it's not like a perfect kind of a falling wedge, but look at this. This is even, there you go, this is even better. So maybe the falling wedge is now forming, and if it is so, and the SNB, the Swiss National Bank, will deliver or will over deliver, hiking more than is expected, we should see spike to the upside here on the US dollar to the Swiss franc. That's everything from me for today. Plenty of data to digest, plenty of the data to wait for. So please, again, stay focused, stay vigilant, and please notice the analysis that I've done for you pre the interest rate decisions of Swiss National Bank, Bank of England, and of course what's the third one, and the European Central Bank, of course, and plenty of data during the New York session, right? A little bit later. Nonetheless, they might be still important for you if you're still planning to trade this. So thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Bye bye.